Okay, a quick warm up and some just basic yoga today. So feet hip width apart, toes straight ahead, spread those toes out. Sitting bones down, ribs in and up, shoulders back and down. Just come into mountain pose, be relaxing deep into that connection to the surface beneath you. Stretch your spine apart. Inhale, reach your arms at shoulder level. Exhale, hands to your chest, elbows back. Stretch to the front, shoulders still down. Exhale those hands behind you. Lift your heart and stretch back. Pivot at your hips. Exhale over. Bring your hands up and your head down and just relax. Let the lower back get a good stretch. Move your neck around, release any tension there. And then tuck in your chin as you slowly wind from the bottom of the spine all the way back up. And again, lift your heart and stretch your head back, a little upper body back bend. Keep lengthening and breathing. Inhale to the top, release your arms. Take a moment again, just feel your spine. And inhale, reach again at shoulder level, hands to your heart. Stretch to the front, and again, clasp your hands behind you, opposite direction with those fingers. Lift your heart and stretch back, pivot over as you exhale. And again, just hang for a few breaths. Lift your sitting bones, drop in your chin just a little bit, and move your hands toward your head for your shoulders. And again, wind your way slowly back up and into the back bend. Stretch it out as you breathe. And inhale to the top, release your arms, and again, just take a moment observing internally. One hand along your side, the other arm out, palm toward the ceiling, hand above your shoulder. Push the hands away from each other, get a good stretch, and lean over to one side, no twist. Just straight to the side so you feel the contraction here and the stretch on that opposite side. Foot pressing down, hand reaching away right next to your ear. And then inhale back up and release that arm. Release your shoulders and bring the other arm out. Palm toward the ceiling, hand above your shoulders. Stretch it out and lean to the other side. Make sure you don't lean forward as you're leaning to the side, but keeping that whole side stretching apart. Keep breathing and lengthening. And then inhale back up, release that arm. And again, just feel your sides and spine a little bit sideways motioned. And we'll twist. So remember, really stretch the spine apart so it can move. Arms at shoulder level, palms toward the ceiling, hands above your shoulders, clasp your elbows. Stretch up, shoulders down, and twist to one side. Another breath in, and exhale on over. So just deepen as much in the twist as you'd like, seeing if you can keep your weight on both feet evenly. Lift your sitting bones, keep your arms next to your ears. And on an inhalation, stay in your twist as you come back up. Lift your heart and look toward the ceiling, shoulders down, elbows back. And remember, gentle on your low back, no deep back bends while you're twisted. And then inhale upright, exhale around to the center. Switch your arms around and again, bring them next to your ears. Stretch and lengthen and exhale to the other side. And once more, breathe in and lengthen, pivot over as you exhale, and just deepen as far as your body wants on this side. Spread your toes, lift your sitting bones, keep your arms next to your ears. And again, slowly work your way back up in the twist and into that upper body back bend. Shoulders down, elbows back, don't forget to breathe. And then inhale to the top, exhaling round to the center. Arms up, stretching. And then swan dive, arms at shoulder level, chest and chin weave, tuck that chin back a little bit. Stretch the whole back of your body nice and long and drop into ragdoll. Just hang or pull in deeper with your hands behind your calves. Sitting bones lifting, get those legs stretching. And then again, arms to the front and one more wind up from the bottom of your spine. Shoulders back and down, and again into mountain pose. Just feeling that spine more stimulated, getting ready for more yoga work. So let's step wide. Put those thumbs in your hip crease and just pivot gently forward. And again, see if you can get your back parallel to the floor. And you can slide your hands down your legs onto your shins or drop them to the floor right under your shoulders. Or remember, you can get a book or something, block, and put it under your hands if you need the floor a little higher. So we're going to do another twist. So stretch those sitting bones back and the crown forward. Keep the hand on your leg or the floor and bring the other hand out to the side looking at it. And then follow that hand as you turn, going all the way up. So your hips, ribs, and shoulder, as well as your head turn to look up. So that whole spine gets a nice twist through it. Lengthen as much as you'd like. And again, looking up, stretching sitting bones and crown away for that twist. And then exhaling, follow your hand all the way back down to your leg or the floor. And again, stretch long through your spine so we can twist to the other side. Opposite hand out. And again, follow it with your whole body, turning to the side, hips, ribs, shoulder, and face, looking to the side or further up toward that hand, toward the ceiling. And again, as deep into that twist as your body loves. Breathe, and as you exhale again, just follow the hand gently back down. And as you get back into your starting position, just again, stretch the spine long. Bring your hands to your legs or straight out to the side at shoulder level. Pivot at your hips, coming back up. If you've got your arms out, see if they're still in that star position, shoulder level. And then release back into mountain pose. Take a moment, feeling all that nice spine circulation as we get ready for a little more twisting. So we're going to do our regular windmill position. So get into mountain pose, feet straight ahead, sitting bones down. Again, stretching the base of the spine and base of the skull apart for the twist. And then just follow your hands from one side to the other. Whole body turning. Hips, ribs, shoulder going along with your gaze, following your hands from one side to the other, looking a little behind you even if that works for your body today. Just gently, remember personal practice, whatever's right for you. And then as you come back to the center, we'll work the shoulders with our swimming backstroke. So just bring the arm in close to your ear. Get those shoulders rotating all the way around. Breathe, keep reaching your head up. Reach those fingertips high as they come up as well. And then bring both hands up, stretch, and one side coming up on the opposite toe. So you get a really good stretch on that side where the foot is flat. Exhale that hand down and inhale the other side. And again, maximize for your body, getting a good lengthening through the ribs. And exhale down. Arms out to the side. Turn the palms up, spread the fingers, and let's do some circles. So start with the big circles. Again, just working those shoulders around. And then smaller. And then as they get very small, just stop and turn the palms down. And circle the other way. So remember, the rest of the body still mountain pose, just nicely stepping into both feet evenly. stretching up through your spine, out through your fingertips. And again, smaller circles. And then stop. Spread those fingers out. Put the thumbs inside the palms and grasp your fingers gently around them. Turn one fist up and the other one down, and we'll rotate them. So just get that whole arm moving with that rotation, and then coming all the way up into your shoulders. So a little more shoulder work, coming as far into that spine area with that rotation motion. Just reaching out through the fists, up through the crown, really getting those shoulders going along with those fists rotating. And then just gently ease that off. And then both fists down and release the hands and shake your arms out. And back into mountain pose. Lots of circulation probably through that upper body, just notice it. So let's work the lower body a little bit. Feet together, bend your knees, remember, toward your toes, not beyond. Hands above your knees, just to keep things positioned, shoulders above your toes. And then work out through the knees and ankles and hips and lower body. So just a gentle circle, however much you'd like. Make sure those knees don't extend too far forward. We don't want to overwork your knees. And then stop and go the other direction with your circles, working those muscles evenly on both sides. Keep breathing. Just relax into your position as much or as gently as you like. And then coming back to the center, get those knees above your feet and look at the floor in front of you and lift your heels. So getting those toes working a little bit more. Find your balance. Notice how that's working today. And then rolling back and forth on your feet, getting the ankles and arches along with the toes working. And again, come on back up and into mountain pose. Take a moment as it gets centered and grounded into both feet evenly. Sitting bones toward the floor, feel a little stretch through that back of your body. And then clasp your arms behind you, or remember, you can always do reverse prayer to get those wrists working a little bit more and shoulders a little bit more emphatically involved. And then knees bending toward your toes. And some nice hip circles for that lower body and lower back. Just nice big circles around as you're willing to do that. And then stop and go the other way with those circles, just gently rotating hips and pelvis. Keep breathing. And just keep those shoulders relaxed now. And then come back up and into mountain pose. Just take a moment, feeling that circulation, energy flowing through your spine, through your pelvis. Oh, and let's do our pelvic tilt. So angle those feet out just a little. Bend your knees toward your toes, not beyond. Shoulders above your toes, hands at your knees. And then from that straight spine, let's work it into the back bend. So sitting bones go back, chest goes forward, looking to the front. And then sitting bones tuck down and forward, ribs go back, and look down at the space between your feet. And just a nice gentle work through your whole spine, working into the back bends, inhaling, working into the forward bends, exhaling, get that core area contracting a little bit more in that forward crunch. Inhale, hips way back, chest forward. Exhale, really pulling that rib area back toward your spine. And just make sure that you don't have a lot of pressure on your knees and that you're not moving your knees or your shoulders, but just mostly that spine. Keep breathing as you work through that range of motion for your body. And then the next time you're in the forward position, just pause and stand and return again to mountain pose. Feel that circulation and notice what your body is telling you today. Breathe deep, exhale, and step wide one more time. So feet as far apart as you like, as long as the inseam of your leg, and we'll do a triangle. So feet start straight ahead, sitting bones toward the floor, hips open, shoulders open, everything stays facing the front. Arms at shoulder level. And then turn one foot all the way to the side, but keep your hips and shoulders to the front. And then to avoid looking that knee too much, heel back, toes forward, so that knee and toe are going slightly angled toward the front, but your hips are still back and your shoulder. And then push way to the front with that indentation at the top of the hip, at the top of the thigh. Push, the further you push, the farther your hand will go. And then palms to the front and pivot. One arm coming down, the other one going up toward the ceiling. So you can stay there with your face facing the front, or you can rotate hips, ribs, and shoulder for another little twist to look up toward that hand in the air. Take a breath, stretch out through the top of your head. Look forward if you aren't, and pivot back up. Palms toward the floor, feet to the front. Stretch that star out, and we'll do the other side. Foot turning 90 degrees right along the edge of your mat. Heel back, toes forward, but keep this back hip back, everything straight. And again, push first, legs straight on both legs. Palms to the front, and pivot again, arm down, and the other one right across from it, going up toward the ceiling. You can stay there, or again, you can rotate to look up with a little twist to your spine. Breathe and lengthen, and then pivoting back up, palms toward the floor, feet to the front. Get your star energized, heart reaching out through your arms, down into your feet, up through the top of your head. And release, arms at your sides. We're going to stay in this open-legged position because we're going to do another variation on triangle next. So again, sitting bones down, hips open, shoulders open, arms relaxed. And then arms straight out at shoulder level. We're going to move the feet exactly the same. So one foot to the side, heel back, toes forward. Get that knee going the direction of your toes, but the hips and shoulders still facing the front. And again, push to the side first, palms to the front, and pivot. And we're going to open the heart a little bit more with nice upper body work. So bring that hand in the air, bend the elbow and bring it toward your hand, toward your hip. And again, rotate and look up a little higher toward the ceiling so you feel the shoulder opening a little bit more. Keep reaching your head toward the side and heart open. Go as far as you like. And then bring the arm back up, looking to the front, pivot back to the top, palms toward the floor, and again, feet to the front in your star. And yeah, we're doing the other side. So let's balance things out. Foot to the side, heel back, toes forward. Get those bodies situated first and push for the triangle as far as you want to go. Palms to the front and pivot, coming into your triangle. And of course you can stay there or open that heart a little bit further, bending the elbow and rotating the chest a little higher toward the ceiling as you look up. So that whole spine turns as you open a little deeper into that heart opening, shoulder opening position. And then again, bringing the arm back up, looking to the front, pivot back all the way to the top, palms toward the floor, feet forward, star position, and release into mountain pose. Take a moment, just noticing how that upper body feels after all that triangle work. Bring your hands to your heart, looking at them. Inhale, bring them toward the ceiling and a little bit back for that, again, heart opening back bend. Exhale, follow your hands to your heart. Keep following it all the way to the floor into ragdoll. Lift your sitting bones, relax, move your neck around, and slide your hands up under your knees, halfway up stretch, get nice and long. Exhale back into ragdoll. Bend your knees a little as you bring your palms together to your heart. And again, up and a little back. Opening your heart in the back bend a little deeper. And once more, exhaling, follow your hands all the way down. And come on into child's pose for our transition to the floor. Forehead toward the floor, shoulders forward, and just take a moment to relax. Deep breath, knees together, get a good stretch through that back of your body. And then inhale, coming up and into staff position. So sitting bones behind you just a little, press out through the heels and up through the crown. Take a moment to check your positioning through that core activated center of your body. And we'll work the hips a little bit. So foot to your thigh and let that knee come down. So remember, sitting bones are a little bit back, keeping your hips nice and open. The knee and toes are up on that extended to the front leg. Bring it over to the side if you want a little easier opening through that hip. It's your choice, your body. Breathe, lengthening up through the crown. Just let that knee come as far as it wants. And work the hip rotator. So bringing your foot up and moving back and forth. Or wrapping your arms around to pull it in closer, which makes it a little more intense. Or you can bring it higher, which also is going to be a little bit more in that outside of your hip. So don't go too far if that's a challenge. And as you get that lubricated a little bit easier, go ahead and release that leg and notice the difference. So of course, we're going to do the other side as well. So again, sitting bones behind you, everything nice and supported, and bring the other foot up as far as it wants to go. And again, let the knee come down as much as this side wants. Relax, no stressing or tensing. Remember, that makes it harder for it to move. The muscles like to relax to stretch. Leg out to the front with the knee and toes up, or again, you can pull it over to the side for a little bit easier hip opening, your choice. Keep breathing, letting that knee go. You can put your hand on it, but don't press. You don't want to overdo. And again, when you're ready to move it back and forth in that rotator, warming up through the hip a little more, just bring those hands under your knee and ankle, or wrapping the arm and pulling it closer, your choice, or higher if you love it. Breathe and relax. When that side feels like, oh, it's warmed up a little bit more, go ahead and bring the leg back to the front. Sitting bones behind you, and we're going to do our diving dolphin. So go ahead and bring the foot up to your inner thigh, knee out to the side, and then bending your other knee, bring that heel back somewhere near your hip or in that general vicinity. So this hip will be up a little bit, that's perfectly fine. We want to stretch the spine apart because again, we're going to twist and exhale, turning to that first knee bend. Hands on the leg or the floor, ribs pulling back. Chin tucking in and exhale, diving under, forehead toward your knee. Rotate your face forward, expanding through the heart and chest as you inhale, coming up, sun and sky. You're the dolphin, exhaling, diving under the water, down toward your knee. Inhaling, coming all the way up, feeling that heart and chest area expanding. So not a lot of pressure in the hands. They're just helping you guide your body, moving your spine through its range of motion into the backward bend as you come up and the forward bend as you go down. Remembering always, don't breathe underwater, breathe as you come up. Exhale as you go down. And one more inhalation to the top as you pause there. Exhale and turn back to the center, untwisting and unwinding your legs back into staff position. Feel your spine a little bit more activated. And of course, we're going to balance and twist and dive our dolphin the other way. So sitting bones behind you, knee out to the side, bend that other knee, bring the heel in. And again, find your starting position and lengthen up through the crown. Exhale, turn to that other knee. Hands where you like and ribs back, exhaling. Tuck that chin just a little bit, get a stretch on your neck. And then inhaling, looking forward and up, expanding across your heart as you rise. So dive your dolphin, exhaling down, inhaling, coming up. Feel what's going on through your hips, through your spine, through your heart area and lungs as you breathe with it. Exhaling, diving under, inhaling, rising to the sun and the sky. Feel your spine, nice forward bend as you come under, and a nice backward bend, especially through the upper body as you come inhaling up. And as you feel like your dolphin has been diving enough, just allow yourself to pause as you come up. And as you exhale, turn back again to the center and get ready for our relaxation. So our spine twists and movement have activated all that energy up into our meditative center. So just roll back onto your back. Allow your body to sink into that surface beneath you. Hands palms up away from your sides. Let the back of your head just relax gently onto the surface beneath you. Work the whole spine a lot today, so just release any tension anywhere in your torso, your hips, your shoulders. Let everything exhale tension and relax. And remember, as your body softens, just let it sink into that surface beneath you for support and let your awareness of your body go. And as you breathe more fully and relax more completely, just allow awareness of your body to release from your attention, knowing that other thoughts will come to your mind. Just let them flow in and flow out as easily as your breath. It's always the job of your mind to keep producing more thoughts. It's your choice whether you pay attention to the content, so just let it go. Breathing deeper, relaxing further into that surface beneath you, and allowing your mind to just float without paying attention to the thoughts that come to you. Just let them float away without awareness. As they release, allow your thoughts to turn inward, focusing your attention on that peace within. Fill your body with release and peace. Fill your mind with release and floating. Just let the peace take you deeper into that inner awareness, releasing everything else. Breathe and relax. Float into peace. And of course, if you have time to keep relaxing today, just relax as long as you have the opportunity. It's time to get ready for the rest of your day. Just begin drawing energy and awareness with the breath back to your body. And begin moving your body gently whenever you're ready. As you breathe more deeply, just stretch as ever, whatever feels good for you today. And when you're finally ready for your yoga hug of appreciation, press your back down, sitting bones toward your heels. Draw your heels toward your hips and your feet flat. Back pressing down, draw those knees up toward your heart and wrap your arms around for a good appreciative yoga hug. Let your body know you appreciate its work in yoga today and the work your body does for you every day. And when you're ready to release, head and feet to the floor, rolling to the side and sitting back up, getting ready for whatever's ahead for the rest of your day. Thanks for joining me.